Hey guys, what's going on? Insidious Swede, back again here for another YouTube video, and welcome back to our Minecraft Survival Let's Play. Now, before we get into today's episode, I first wanted to talk about some behind-the-scenes stuff. So hopefully, if everything worked out the way that I was wanting it to, this world should look a million times better than it did from just last episode. So what happened was, through the first 11 episodes of our Let's Play series, I was using OBS, which is a free recording software that was doing everything that I wanted it to. You know, I had no problems with it. However, when I went to watch the video back, because that's what I do, I always make sure to I make sure to watch it back so I'm not saying dumb stuff or like forget something. So I always make sure that it looks fine, but I always noticed it was just a bit blurry. And so I didn't really know if it was me just being hypercritical of my own video when compared to just, casually watching somebody else's. But after trying out the free trial of Marillus Action, I gotta say, guys, it was night and day after doing some private test videos on my channel. So I have now officially switched over to Marillus Action. Hopefully everything looks a lot better, which from what I saw, it seemed to have. Also, you should be getting the 1080p 60 FPS option now as well. So all of that should be great and looking good. Let me know if it is. If not, I can work on the settings, but I'm pretty sure I have everything where I finally want it with Marillus Action. So let's get into today's episode. The first thing that I want to show you is I did a bit of work up here. As I mentioned, I was going to just add in the enchanting table off screen. So I added that to the interior of our witch slash wizards hut. Again, I don't really know what to call it, but it kind of reminds me of like a randomly generated witch hut, kind of more stylized. So I might start just referring it to as the witch hut or enchanting hut, whatever one that I happen to think of at the time, and do it that way. But yeah, so because of where the staircase is located, because it's off center, in order to follow up the way the tree looks, I couldn't really, do an even design. But what I'm thinking is, so obviously we have the enchanting setup all ready to go, which is cool. And here we're going to have our lapis. And then over here, we're going to keep all of our enchanted books. But I'm thinking, as you can tell by the spruce stairs right here, I'm thinking about perhaps adding a second level for maybe more storage of our enchanted books, maybe something else. Again, I'm not entirely sure, but considering the height of this, I think it might be the way to go. But we'll have to see for that. And honestly, this interior is going to be a work in progress for a while. Just figured I'd get some stuff down for the meantime. So yeah, that's kind of what we have going on up here. But for today, what we're going to work on is actually a bit of a sheep farm. Generally, I don't like doing farms, but I think for the purpose of this Let's Play, it'll be a smart thing to do now. Sorry about that, guys. I was interrupted. I apologize. But yeah, so we're going to do a bit of a sheep farm. I'm sure most of you know what our current setup looks like. It's not pretty, obviously. I just have a bunch of sheep thrown into this elongated pen. And, it's not really doing it for me. It's, very inefficient. They're, all over the place. They're, it's easy for them to get out when I'm trying to escape. I always find it very interesting how sheep or cows or pigs, they always hover around the fence gate. I don't know if that's like part of the programming, but look at it. It's so obvious. There are like two groups at either ends where I have a fence gate, and then like one little anomaly guy, or I guess now we're all moving over or something. I don't know, but yeah, so I want a better setup than this. And what I'm thinking is, oh guys, I'm sorry, but let me take a moment. This is incredible. I love the way this came out. I was so worried about this thing when I was starting it last episode, but I'm glad it came out this good. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. I'm thinking about adding in another branch to our secret passageway. Now again, this passageway is becoming more of a big deal than I was initially planning on. I mean, for one, it was just going to be a way up to the mountain. Beyond simply a lame staircase on the side of it, but now it's turning into kind of like a network almost, where each little branch leads off somewhere different. So I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want to start it. So of course, here's our entrance. Oh, and I want to respond to the comment that said I should add a piston like little fence, or what's the word, little like piston doorway here to to hide the entrance. And it's a good idea, don't get me wrong, but I kind of like it being open. Like, I want it to be secretive, but I also don't want it to be impossible to find also. And I guess maybe the path would give that away if we had like a little piston going up here, but still you could see the path. It would kind of give that impression. But still, I like it being open as it is. And I think for now I'll keep it like that. But anyways, I wanted to address that comment because it is one that, I'm sure more people than just that one person had when they watched that initial episode. But yeah, I don't really know where I want to put it. I don't really want to, bring it off of here. I kind of want to keep like this little area up here be like the main passage, and then have everything else kind of off to the side. I'm also debating on having this water stream here be like the way we get down to our sheep farm, but at the same time, I want it to be like a proper entrance. So let me find a spot. Let me dig down a couple blocks, and then I'll clear out a bit of an area, and then we can start working on it together to begin our underground sheep farm. Okay, so I've been doing some work. And I don't quite have everything how I want it yet, but I was able to get in the extra passageway. Now, as you can see here, it's just a one wide entrance, and I kind of like that. It's not so obvious. You want the entrance, or I should say, the passage to a storage room to be obvious, but something like a sheep farm may be a bit more subtle. So, as you can see, we're just going to have the one wide entrance down there, and more times than not, if you're just walking down this direction and you're not thinking about it, you're going to go right by it. And I kind of like that about it. So it's a bit hidden and put into the wall in an interesting spot. So here is the design of the passageway I decided to use. A bit of a little windy staircase down to this area. As you can see, just the same kind of style, block palette, all of that hasn't changed. And I'm thinking about using this little separating little like block here. I don't know if I want to use jungle, but I kind of like it because I want this design of the cave to stop right here. And then when I'm coming this direction, I want it to be, more of a building design where we have like actual structures and columns and whatnot. And we definitely need a divider of some sort. So I'm thinking about using the jungle wood for that. We'll have to see how it works out. But now my job is to dig out the rest of this area and have it ready to bring in some sheep. So until then, give me some time and I'll be back with you when we have a lot more area cleared out. All right, guys. So we ran into a bit of an issue. So as you can see, I am not going to be making the sheep farm here. I decided to dig down, I don't know, about an extra 15 blocks or so, and do it here because if I can show you really quick, when I started digging this direction, look what I ran into. The outside, or to be more specific, my half-done terraformed mountain, which I still need to finish. But yeah, basically I thought I was further down than I actually was, and that if I kept on digging this way, we were just going to go out into the open, as you can see. So that's not ideal, and so I decided to just add in a bit of a staircase, which leads down from here. And so that way, one, I have to spend less time building a really fancy pathway. Otherwise, doing this all the way down there would have taken forever. And as long as we decorate the walls and make this look nice, I think it's going to be totally fine. But let me show you again what I have really quick. Nothing too crazy yet, just a couple pens set up. As you can see, they're going to be, what is this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5, and then you're going to have the spruce pillars on the end. And I'm thinking in the back here, I know it's going to be obvious with the colored sheep in here, but I figured maybe right around here we do like, say this is like the pen for the black sheep, that back here we'd have like a design with black wool, just to make it a bit cooler. I don't know. I'm still figuring out all of that stuff, but as you can see, we do have a decent area cleared out. There is 16 different sheep or wool colors, so we're going to do 8 on this side and 8 on this side. So I'll be digging down a decent ways yet. I was thinking about doing like a tiered system, so this first layer would have like 4, and then I go down again and have another layer, and so on and so forth. But I figured making a long hallway would be a bit better. I'm also thinking we might want to like branch out this way as well and do like quadrants. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then space, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be an idea as well, now that I'm thinking about it. We could also add in some pretty cool pathways. Actually, that's not a bad idea now that I'm considering it. So yeah, maybe we'd do the quadrant thing. So instead of having, 4 layers of 4 sheep colors, we could have like quadrants on all one level. So we're still going to do the 4x4 thing, just in a different way. That could definitely work out. Although it would kind of mess up my plan for the backdrops. That's not a big deal. I think I'd rather have, all the sheeps be closer than have a fancy like design. I guess that also means we're going to need more fence gates, because we'd want to have a gate here and so on and so forth. So let me continue going on with this project, guys, and let me get back to you when we have a lot more done. Alright guys, so I got quite a bit of our sheep farm completed. I don't know if we're going to finish it today. Actually, I highly doubt that we will, just because it's not a very exciting project, and also it's taking me a long time. So here's what I have so far. I have the first 2 quadrants done, although I still need to get the grass down for this one and also finish the roads, but you can get the, general idea of what it's looking like. As you can see here, in the center we have just some coarse dirt to break it up a little bit. I was thinking about letting the grass run all the way through, but I kind of like the dividing block here with the coarse dirt. And so basically all we're going to need to do is copy these 2 quadrants there, and then we'll have our completed sheep farm. So this is definitely something that I can finish up off camera. You guys get the general idea. Between next episode, or this episode and next one, I'll get the entire thing up and running. We'll have all the different colored kinds of sheep, and then it will be a functioning wool farm. Although I would also like some suggestions on what we can do for the ceiling, and then also for the backdrop of these this part of the farm, because I don't really know what I want to put back there currently. Like, obviously there needs to be something, but I'm just not entirely sure what it could be yet. So like where the gravel is, where that, dirt and stone is, give me some ideas, guys. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, for today, there's one more thing that I want to do. Actually, 2. I want to do something, and then I want to show you something that I've been doing off camera just a little bit. Kind of a secret project. But first, we're going to need some sticks and leather. I need some item frames. Actually, do I have any more item frames? Doesn't look like it. So let's grab our sticks. Let's grab some leather. I'm only going to need 9 pieces. So actually, let's find it in here. Okay, good. Let's just make 9 really quick. If you look at my inventory, you can probably tell what we're going to do right now, but let's do that. Put those back. All right, so let's head to the front part of our kingdom so far. If you couldn't guess from what I had in my inventory, we're going to set up a bit of a map. So this is something that I've wanted to do for a while. I'm looking forward to seeing the progress that this map looks like once we update it a couple of times. So let's get it placed down really quick. I'm thinking for the backdrop, we just use some black concrete. I don't know. I think it's a nice block, and I didn't want to use wood. Let's get down our 9 item frames. Excuse me, Torch. And yeah, so here's our 9 maps. I'm thinking our first one we will just do right here. Let's check it out. Look at that. So it looks like basically all of our kingdom is going to be on this one little map so far, basically. So what's that? Oh, that's the... Okay, I see. So this is the temple that we're looking at in front of us. Behind us... All right, I can see now. For a second, I was thinking that was the witch farm or the witch hut in the top left corner. Looks like we're going to have to go further for that one. So let's put that one right here. And, okay, it showed up. Now we need to go a little bit past our temple to make our top one. So let's do that really quick. I don't know if we'll do every single one of these today because our entire kingdom doesn't take up all 9 maps, but we'll at least do a couple here. So there's the witch hut, looking really good, actually, on that. And, oh yeah, we're going to need... Wait, is our market stall already on that first map? Let's take a peek really quick. Oh yeah, looks like I'm going to need to fill out the rest of this one. As you can see down there in the bottom left-hand corner. I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm used to having... usually when I do maps like this in my own worlds, I turn on creative mode, so that way it just autofills, but this is fine as well. Okay, there we go, completed map. Let's head all the way back. Yeah, guys, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what these maps are going to look like in 100 episodes. I think they're going to be really cool to take a peek at. And so let's put that one down. Boom, there it is. Oh, wait, I messed that up. Wait. Okay, to the side. I see. So that direction is going to be technically up. So let's head out over there. I'm going to go a little bit past the cow farm. I think that will be far enough for sure. So let's just get on our bridge, or at least next to it, and bang. Okay. There it is. Okay, there's... What's that? Okay, that's our monk's living quarters, I believe, down there in the bottom left. And of course, this is just the pen for the cows, which looks really bad on a map, but it's definitely something that we're going to keep for a long time to come. Alright, let's put this one. Hopefully I did that right, so that one's there. Yep, okay. What else are we missing? Okay, that's the market stall, I think. No, wait. Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure, although I don't know what those are. Oh, that's the outline for the second stall. I was thinking that was the cocoa beans right there. But no, that's our outline. I guess, yeah, right there. Those are our cocoa beans, as you can see. But yeah, coming along great. This is basically everything that we have, although we do have, I should say, our mining, whatchamacallit, our entrance to our mining hub over there, which we can do later. But now I want to head into the nether really quick before we wrap up today's episode. I want to show you a bit of a secret project that I'm working on. Now, I want to preface this really quick before hopping into the portal. This was not my idea. This is something that I did before in another world. I used coal blocks, but with the introduction of the black concrete, it's definitely become more feasible, and the idea for it got reinvigorated or re-inspired by watching some Hermitcraft videos. So let me show you what I have in here. It's just a general outline, because I want to get your feedback on it before I go all the way into it. So I've been doing some work in the nether. As you might be able to tell, hopefully, we are standing on some black stained glass at the moment, above the lava lake. And so we have these interesting pillars. I ran out, of course, but I've had these interesting pillars of black concrete that go from the bottom to basically just above the lava to about 20 blocks above our portal. Now, if you're wondering what's going on here, well, if you happened to have caught some of Cub Fans' videos on Hermitcraft, then this idea will seem very familiar to you. what I'm trying to do is essentially build a void inside our nether portal for our nether hub. So this is basically going to be one big cylinder of blackness from the bottom of the lake to the top of the ceiling of the nether. And inside will be filled with nothing but black glass to stand on. And then also we're going to cover the... we're not going to do like any planets, I don't think, or any galaxies, but we're going to cover it in a bunch of end rods for stars. So again, if you watched Cub Fans Hermitcraft videos, then this idea will seem very familiar to you. I'm pretty sure he didn't come up with the idea before, because I have seen it done in other, like on whatchamacallit, Reddit, on Minecraft Reddit. I've seen examples of this. And I also did it in other worlds. I hear ghasts. I'm scared now. But yeah, I've also tried to do this beforehand. Okay, let's go away. But you get the general idea of it, of course. Basically, we're going to cover the entire thing in like an encasing of blackness for the world, so that way you can't really see anything except for what's in front of you. And we do the bottom as well to give the illusion of you're, basically walking on air. That's kind of the idea. So let me know what you think of that. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm going to need a ton, and I do mean a ton, of concrete. So it's not going to be feasible really anytime soon, down the road for sure. But, we want to get at least started now. I'm going to have to build a squid farm, because we're going to need a lot of black ink. And so it's going to be a bit of a project, but I'm thinking it's doable, and hopefully you guys don't mind, it being inspired by other YouTubers. That looks really cool, guys. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. Look at that thing on our map. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked. But yeah, definitely let me know about that. And yeah, so I think that's going to do it for today, guys. We have our map system set up, at least for now. We'll continue to expand it and improve it and update it as we get more and more buildings up. Between this episode and next, I'll get the sheep farm all figured out. And again, any feedback or comments related to any of the things I mentioned today would be very much appreciated. But anyways, guys, until next time, my name is Insidious Swede. Take care.